Who knows? Who knows? Next, moving on in current events. Nobody beats the R. Check out my melody. R. Kelly. Now, there's two things going on with this R. Kelly situation. Oh my God. I can't do it this time around. This R. Kelly, this one here. It's so wrong because it's double jeopardy. It's just it's double jeopardy. Like like it's triple jeopardy in R. Kelly's case. Now this time they're gonna bring back the sex tape, the infamous sex tape that everybody's talking about. So now this ain't about, you know, the parents setting him up. This is more of the sex tape trial. So this is what's going to happen, or what's happening. R. Kelly kept the ugly side of his life hidden as he escaped poverty in Chicago and rose to pop music stardom. A prosecutor told jurors Wednesday at the singer's trial on charges accusing him of enticing girls for sex and rigging a 2008 child pornography case. Kelly's lead attorney employed jurors during her opening statement at the federal trial in Chicago not to accept what she was not to accept what she said was the prosecutor's portrayal of her clients as a monster. Going back to the 1990s, much of the world knew Kelly solely by his songs, including the chart topping inspirational anthem, I Believe I Can Fly. U.S. Assistant Attorney Jason Julian said, but Kelly had another side, a hidden side, a dark side. He added, this trial is about Kelly's hidden side. Kelly, 55 years old, faces multiple charges, including enticing minors for sex, producing child pornography, and rigging his 2008 child pornography trial, at which he was acquitted. Kelly, who has denied any wrongdoing, has been trailed for decades by complaints and allegations about his sexual behavior. The scrutiny intensified after the Me Too era and the 2019 six-part documentary Surviving R. Kelly that details sexual abuse allegations involving women and teenage girls. Let's go. Let's just stick right here for a second for the charges. R. Kelly faces multiple charges, including enticing minors for sex, producing child pornography, and rigging his 2008 child pornography trial, at which he was acquitted. Listen to the charges, y'all. R. Kelly is facing multiple charges, including enticing of minors for sex. I don't know what charge that is. Enticing minors for sex. I don't know what minors he enticed for sex in Chicago in the last few years. at 55, right? Whenever this indictment hit. Second, producing child pornography, right? I don't know what child pornography he produced when this indictment hit in the last, let's say, the last one was 2008. So since 2008, the last 12 years, 14 years, they say he's produced child pornography. And then he's also being charged for rigging his 2008 child pornography trial. So he's being charged with producing child pornography again, 2 times, y'all. Look at the wording. And rigging his 2008 child pornography trial, in which he was acquitted. So he was acquitted of producing child pornography in 2008, and they charging him with it again, and they charging him 14 years later, saying that the 2008 trial was rigged. This is crazy, dog. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Defense attorney Jennifer Mongene told jurors that Kelly, in part because of intellectual challenges that included illiteracy, was forced to rely on others as his career took off, and that he was sometimes led astray by those in his circle of associates. Mr. Kelly can also be a victim, she said. A conviction in Chicago could add decades to a 30-year prison sentence he already received from a New York federal judge for charges that he used his fame to sexually abuse other young fans. Sitting at a defense table as the prosecutor spoke, Kelly occasionally shook his head as Julian described Kelly manipulating and controlling girls, even beating them if they didn't comply with strict rules that including calling him daddy. This is the same shit, the New York shit, all over again in Chicago, dog. This shit is crazy, dog. Why is my computer moving? Y'all see my hands over here? Why is this moving? Did y'all see that? Julian sought to give jurors a sense of the scale of Kelly's alleged exploitation, saying he repeatedly had sex with girls who were just 14, 15, and 16 years old. Multiple girls, hundreds of times. He told jurors that the evidence includes at least 3 videos showing Kelly having sex with underage girls. We're not going to play hours of child pornography and make you watch it, the prosecutor said, explaining they would see excerpts. He added, the videos are difficult to watch, but it is important to watch to understand what happened. Kelly nodded his head in agreement when his lawyer told jurors Kelly isn't looking for special treatment, just a fair trial. When the government wants to paint him as a monster, you remember we are talking about a human being, Jennifer Mongene said. She said jurors should not succumb to what she called a mob justice climate surrounding Kelly, alluding to surviving R. Kelly and years of harsh social media accounts of him. It is true Mr. Kelly is imperfect, she said. On his journey from poverty to stardom, he stumbled along the way. But she said she was confident jurors would ultimately find him not guilty. After jurors acquitted Kelly at his trial, after jurors acquitted Kelly at his state trial in 2008, some later explained that they felt they had no choice because the girl did not testify. The woman, now in her 30s and referred to in court filings as minor one, will be the government's star witness. During the trial, she will be referred to by a single synonym, Jane, in court. She's expected to testify that she was on video having sex with Kelly. Now, how does this girl testify before and say it wasn't her? Now she come back this time and say that it was her. And then he was not guilty this time. Now, like the same goddamn trial all over again. And now this girl's saying it was her. How did they do that? Essential focus would be whether Kelly threatened and paid off minor one. That's the allegations underpinning one of the charges against Kelly: conspiracy to obstruct justice. Kelly also faces 4 counts of enticement of minors for sex, one each for 4 other accusers. One each for 4 other accusers. They too are expected to testify. 2 Kelly associates, Daryl McDavid and Milton Brown, are co-defendants. McDavid is accused of helping Kelly fix the 2008 trial, while Brown is charged with receiving child pornography. Like Kelly, they also have denied wrongdoing. The jury was in panel Tuesday night, with prosecutors and defense attorneys arguing toward the end of the process about whether the government was improperly attempting to keep some black people off the jury. Kelly is black. About half the jurors in panel were identified as black, but the judge identified as black by the judge. Prosecutors and the defense attorneys. Why is my computer moving and my hands is over here? Attorneys, about half the jurors in panel were identified as black by the judge. Prosecutors and the defense attorneys, they are also 5 alternates. I mean, there are also 5 alternates. This is going to be a rough trial for R. Kelly, boy. Like I don't see no good for him in this trial. Like, they bringing back the same trial. This is the same 2008 trial again. The same one, dog. This is the same exact one. Yo, this is definitely double jeopardy. They cannot say it's not. They cannot say it's not, yo. This is dirty. And then the thing is, like, yo, they know it's double jeopardy. If you look at the wording, in here, look. The girl allegedly seen in multiple child pornography tapes from the late 1990s having sex with R. Kelly is expected to testify. The singer had sex with her when she was 14 and recorded some of their hundreds of sexual encounters. Prosecutors said at the start of Kelly and the 2 associates' Chicago federal trial on Wednesday. The tape showing the alleged encounters were a part of the 2008 Illinois child pornography trial in which Kelly was acquitted. How did they do that? After the witness declined to take the stand, now nearly 40 years old, she is finally expected to testify using the pseudonym Jane, said Assistant U.S. Attorney Jason Julian during this opening statement. Jane is going to testify. Jane's going to tell you that it is her on the videos. Julian told jurors that is Kelly on the videos having sex with her. Kelly faces charges he sexually abused 5 minors in the late 1990s and created multiple explicit videos with 4 of them. The charges also included producing and receiving child pornography, enticing minors to engage in criminal sexual activity, and obstruction charges. This is the same. No, this is like the press release. It's the same information. I think I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to sit in this trial. I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to sit in this trial. I got to see this for my own eyes. I got to see this for my own eyes. Anybody in Chicago, hit me up, man. Any of my Chicago people, hit me up, man. I'm coming to Chicago to sit in this trial. I got to see this with my own eyes. I got to see it with my own eyes. I got to see this girl testify. I got to see it with my own eyes. I got to see this girl testify with my own eyes. I got to see her testify with my own eyes. But this is definitely double jeopardy. Like, without question, this is double jeopardy. All the wording and all the news reports say it. He was acquitted of this. How are you charging him of it again? Somebody got a hard on for R. Kelly. That's all I got to say. Somebody got a serious hard on for R. Kelly, y'all. Wow. Joke, no joke, man. Thanks for the love. I'm out.